Welcome, everybody, to On My Hoops, a weekly show where we go over all the highlights and the lowlights of the previous week in the National Basketball Association. I'm John Jay, and with me once again is D Snow from the Go. Tell them what's
y'all
up,
know
Snow.
what it is. The boy D Snow from the Go. We in the house. Hope y'all enjoyed this first week of the 2022-23 basketball season. Been a lot of fireworks, man. How you doing, Jay?
Beautiful, 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 man. And in this week's episode, man, we're going to take a look back at the first few nights of the new season. And we're going to see which teams are looking sharp to start the season and who's surprising us so far. We're going to check in on how some of those comeback players are doing, as well as take an early look at how the kids are coming along in this year's rookie class. So sit back, tap that like button with a thumbs up, tap that subscribe button, tell a friend with a share, and come on and join in on this conversation with a comment.
Like they say, man, it's free to push the button. It's free. Hey, check us out. But yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, how you doing, man?
Yes,
Did you enjoy this basketball or what, baby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, man, Snow, we had a hype first week, man, with some strong offensive performances so far. So what caught your eye this week?
Let's go with good and bad. The bad, what I've seen, what we thought, man. I was hoping for the best when I put the Lakers in my top four. But the Lakers is not looking good out there, man.
But they've been competitive at least. They've been in the games. They ain't been running out the gym.
Yeah, they still giving up over 100 points a game. That's a problem. You know,
that's something else. That's something that caught my eye. Is scoring
they're still giving up over. They still, yeah. I mean, a lot of points are getting scored everywhere, which we all saw that coming. That's where the league is going. The league is going into a scoring league. It's not a defensive league. Kids aren't practicing defense anymore. It's part of the game. Is what it is, you know. But the Lakers, like I said, they need to be more defensive to be a better team, and that's what I saw. You know, when it comes to the bad, the good, you know, what I saw, the Clippers, man, Clippers, John Wall. I was very happy with what I saw. I'm very happy with what I saw of the Clippers. Paul George, man, looking fluid. The little minutes we got out of Kawhi look good. Hey, LA is what the basketball is all talked about right now. You know, so what's your thing, man?
Yeah. First off, like I said, the offensive numbers are crazy. There was not a team that scored less than 100 points until the third night with the Milwaukee and Philly game. Before that, every team was 100 and up. So I'm like, the numbers are up. They're running it up. What caught my eye, the first game of the season, Orlando and Detroit was a game that I could not turn away from.
I told you.
I couldn't. Those young kids on both sides. Paulo is the business. Paulo is the business. On the other side, Detroit, Cade and Ivy. It's a good young combo. And then Jalen Duren coming off the bench. He going to be a starter probably before the year is out.
I would have brought them up as my favorite game, one of my favorite games, but I'm already going to talk about Detroit, and I'm a Bulls fan, and I can't be giving Detroit that much love in one episode.
This is coming from me trying to be impartial. I was Dude, you should see my crib when I'm watching TV. I got like a triple header going, like a sports bar. I got multiple
they laugh at me. I got different TVs, the computer, the phone.
So I had the Bulls game on one, and I had the Brooklyn schlubbing. They got
I'm like that too. I got to see the Brooklyn game every night. I got it.
I got me a game that I could interchange back and forth, but I couldn't turn off that Detroit Orlando. It was fire. Yeah. It was a fun game to watch. So those are two teams that I said I was gonna keep my eye on, but now having seen it, I'm definitely keeping my eye on that. Paolo, I think is my early vote for Rookie of the Year. He got it. He's coming in the league with the it factor. And Ivy is just fun. Him and Cade, to see when I see them develop, that's gonna be fun to watch.
Did you see Paulo look a little mellowish? Did I tell you? Did I
Yeah,
call that?
yeah, yeah.
I
And
call
you
I
saw
told because
some
I
of
know
that
you.
C Web too.
I, he
Yeah.
flushed. Hey, who was that he dunked on? That was nasty. Hey, he got him
Oh
a
man,
poster
I forgot.
already.
Yeah, he got a body though.
He
Yeah,
got him a body already.
yeah. He gonna be fun to
The
watch,
young
man.
energy from these kids that's coming in the league, I love it, man. And
Yeah,
that's why I never hate on the youngsters, man. I love the young energy that's coming.
yeah. The league is in good hands going forward. What else did I like? The New Orleans Pelicans. We just talked about how they just destroyed the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah,
Zion looked
yeah,
good. Ingram looked
yeah,
good. CJ looked
yeah,
good.
yeah.
They are a force to be reckoned with. They are a big problem this year. You already mentioned the Clippers. Now I got some surprising teams, but we're gonna get into that in the next segment. But man, it was just the Bulls going into Miami last
Yeah.
season. They couldn't beat a top five team right out the gate. They beat the last year's number
What,
one.
what was that report that came out about DeMar DeRozan? What was that
Yeah,
report?
Bleacher Report said he was what one of the top five worst or most overrated players of the last 10 years. He
Is that
took
the guy
that to
averaging
heart.
32 points a game? What do you have
30,
right now?
about 30,
32,
about
33?
34, about 34 and a half.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll take him.
yeah,
We'll take
yeah,
we'll take a full scooping of him, as a matter of fact.
yeah, yeah. Big problem. Big problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of parity around the league, man.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. And with that, let's go ahead and get into these biggest surprises. Who surprised you so far this year? What have you not seen coming?
The Washington Wizards are 2-0.
Mm,
Talk about it, man.
talk about it.
Talk about it, man.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
I told you, watch out for Cal Kuzma this year. I said that.
Yeah.
I said this kid's coming to play ball. We
Porzingis
all
got
knew he
that
could
new
hoop.
haircut.
Hey, but let's be honest here. Porzingis is the original unicorn. He's the original. He was the kid 7 feet doing stuff we never seen. He was the original, and he just couldn't stay healthy. If you got a healthy Porzingis, you got Bill leading scorer in the league last year. Now you got this kid Kuzma stepping up. Oh man, oh yes, but that's my biggest surprise. The other one is the Utah Jazz are 2-0 right now. Aren't they
That's
supposed to be
mine.
tanking?
You stole mine. That's
Ain't they
my
supposed to
biggest
be tanking?
surprise. That's my biggest surprise. They beat Minnesota and Denver. What?
Hey, hey,
These are two
let me tell you
teams that's
something.
supposed to be ready to compete for the
I
top
I don't know
tier.
what it is, but like we all love the great players, but I love the underdogs too. I told you, and I've told other people. I said Colin Sexton is going to have a bounce back season. That kid can play ball. Before he got injured and lost his job to Garland, he was open. He was getting ready to earn that rookie next contract, but he got hurt.
He was, but I tell you
And
what,
man,
he
now
didn't.
now there's nothing in his way out there.
Well, it's one thing in his way. Jordan Clarkson.
Hey, but Jordan been there. This is you
Yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying. Jordan
Jordan,
Jordan's the last of the Mohicans out
I
there.
think Jordan is trade deadline. He gonna find him a new home, hopefully on a contender.
Hey, Chicago Bulls,
For real,
pull him
that's
in.
one. That's one to go
Pull
for.
him in.
That's definitely one to go for. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Utah surprised me. The Spurs putting up numbers. Man, we I know we both had Miami dropping a little bit this year, but
Yeah.
0-2 start for them. That's interesting.
You know how people try to say it's the beginning, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it
It's
is.
trends, man.
It
And it
is,
is the
but
beginning. But if you watch basketball the way we watch basketball, when they lost both of those games, when you're watching them, they just look like the same team from last year.
yeah.
They don't look like they did anything to get better. What did you see out of them?
Well, my thing is, I know it's early, but these are games against teams that will matter in the end.
Yeah.
Once these records are bunched up late in the season, these head-to-head matchups is going to help with seeding. So that it matters in that sense. They lost to Chicago and Boston. That hurts them in the
Mhm.
seedings down the line.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just it's a bit of a slow burn team. Um,
Yeah.
Tyler Hero is doing his thing. Jimmy Butler, he's doing his thing, and it's kind of it from there. Bam has not really developed into the superstar that we would have expected by now. He's still a good player. He would suffice on probably any team in the league. And we would love to have Bam, but it's not. It's not reaping the benefits that we thought. Yeah, he's not
He's hit some type
dominating
of
like we
wall.
thought.
He's hit
Yeah.
some type of wall. I don't know what happened, but he had a stretch when he was just dominating, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" Like he started to just come out of. I mean, he was actually playing point guard for them some games, and I remember that. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like shocked at what I was seeing, the skills I was seeing from the big guy. And then all of a sudden, he just hit a wall. All of a sudden, I don't know if it's injuries, if it's in his head. I don't know what's going on because I'm not a big Miami Heat fan like that. But something is going on out there in Miami. Something's got to change.
Yeah. And yeah. So those are so far kind of the
And now, hey, before we jump out of there, though, we got to give just a little touch of love to the Atlanta Hawks. They 2-0. I mean, last night, hey, so I have Trey Young on one of my fantasy leagues, and so Trey at half last night was 0 of 11, 0 of 7 from three. He ended up with 25 points, 13 assists, like 7 boards. Like this kid went crazy in the second half, and they
yeah.
ended up winning that game last night. So I just want
Uh,
to give a little love to the Atlanta Hawks because hey, Murray out there balling with them. They look
well,
good, man.
actually, that perfect segue actually leads us into the next segment is
Okay.
who how these new duos coming along. You just brought it up, Murray and Trey Young. The
Yeah.
points and assists are rocking. John Collins is benefiting. He's finally doing
Yeah.
it. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's finally doing it.
Now John Collins is an old school hooper, man. He needs somebody to get him the ball at the right spot. So
Yeah.
now it's perfect. But yeah, man, go ahead talk about him a little bit, man, because I just gave him a little love. What's up with the Hawks, man?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that Trey and DeJounte, they both can move that ball. I would have thought that Trey's assist would have dropped and he would have been playing more of just a scoring role, but it's not. They both just moving that ball. And like I said, John Collins has been the beneficiary. Uh, Fun offense to watch.
Yeah,
Um, DeAndre Hunter, who also got him an extension before the season started.
got that
they working
bag.
with something nice over there. On the flip side of that, another duo that we are hyped up and will continue to hype up, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. So far, it's been Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland off
Cricket.
to a little bit of a slow start. And I wonder, does Donovan Mitchell's dominating ball type take away from Garland's
I'm gonna say
ability?
this. I've never heard anybody else say this, but I'm not afraid to say how I feel about basketball. I think Darius Garland is very overrated. Being honest with you, I think he's
Overrated?
an overrated basketball player. I don't think he's horrible. He's a good player, but I think he's not what he's typed up to be. I would I wish Colin Sexton would never got hurt. I wish he would have never got hurt. He lost his spot to that guy. I think Darius Garland's a decent basketball player, but just like when I see a lot of people saying that they're gonna be top three and they got a chance to go, I don't think that. I'm just being honest with you. I think it was a bad pairing. I think Spider should have went somewhere else. I don't think that was a spot for him. That's just my thinking on it. I think
Yeah.
they look. I don't think they play well together.
I think that that's something that's a huge shift in play style, a huge change to bring in a player of that caliber so close
Yeah,
to
he
training
dominates the
camp.
ball. He
You're gonna
dominates
have
the
to learn
ball.
how to play
Yeah,
together.
yeah. It's gonna
Then
take
Evan
time.
Mobley
Take
coming
time to
back
gel,
from his injury, so they're gonna need time.
bro.
He dominates the ball a lot.
Look at Boston. How long? How much have people been wanting to break those two up? Every season, everybody and their mama talking about Trey, Brown, Trey Tatum, break them up, break them up. What has happened now? Them boys averaging 70 points a game right
Yeah, continuity
now.
does it. Continuity does it.
Man,
And
people don't.
I'm
And
still
I think that's just the talking heads. I think people that don't play basketball have too much to say these days. Because
yeah
sometimes if you have never played, you don't understand that it does take time to know another player. You can't just throw. I don't care if it's Barkley and Jordan at their prime. If they don't know each other, just throw them out there. They're not gonna work against dudes that's been playing together for 4 years.
yeah. The best teams have continuity. But
Right.
I tell you what, I do like Garland, and I think the sky's still the limit. I liked him better than Sexton. I like Sexton too. That's not to take away from him at all. I love his game, but I like Garland.
Garland got more range.
I like the flashiness. I like the jumper. He's
Yeah, Garland got
a
more range.
baby Trey. He just
Garland got more range to me. Oh
he
no,
just
no, no,
not
he ain't in trade. No, no, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't touch my Trey. Don't touch
No,
Trey
he is.
Young.
He is. He is a baby Trey for
Oh,
real.
come on, man.
No, I say
That's
that
tough,
proudly.
man.
I can say
Hey, Trey,
that.
the closest thing I've ever seen to Curry in my life, man. Ever.
Well,
That's the closest thing I've ever seen to
and
Curry ever.
he's a long way from Curry, but he's a baby Curry,
Yeah, but he the closest, and that's tough.
but he's still a long way. And
I
Garland got the
each,
shot, he got the handle, he got the passing ability. He's a baby Trey to me. Not that's
I'm
not
gonna watch
saying
him a little more this
that's not
season.
putting him
We're
at
gonna
Trey
find out.
level. That's not putting him at Trey level, but
Hey, put it in the
that's saying,
comments, man. What y'all think in the comments? Y'all let us know what y'all think about that little discussion we just had about
yeah.
those three players: Curry, Trey Young, and Donovan Garland. Are those three players even in the same caliber? Do they, does any of them even have a chance to be like the others? Let's see what y'all think. I mean to cut you off. That was the good one.
Yeah. Another duo is the Towers. Gobert and Towns. It's early.
Wah, wah, wah.
Still early, but we haven't seen much out of them. We did see a 20 rebound game from Gobert in the second game, but the first game they didn't show up. Anthony Edwards, second game with a big 30-point performance. He looked good.
Yeah.
Cat looked a little bit better. So that's another team I think has to fill each other out. And they didn't play too much together during the preseason. They had some illnesses and injuries. So another team that's going to need some time to gel.
Yeah.
Any other duos you want to get into? Did I miss any?
Because it's so early and we really haven't seen anything. 76 is 0-2. that
Despite a strong game 2 from Harden, but
I mean, hey, if you've been watching like I've been watching, your boy, hey, Harden making me a fan again.
yeah, a strong, like I said, a strong game 2 from Harden. It's really strong. But my biggest issue with him, and Charles Barkley probably put it the best, is just the ball just it stays still with him and Embiid. They playing too slow, and they're not maximizing the gifts that Maxey is bringing. Use that speed and run. Play with an up tempo pace. They got the pieces to make that happen.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. Like seeing them at 0-2, that seeing the Heat there, I kind of felt that was gonna happen. I mean, I see the slide coming with them. They are a blue collar type of team. They always find a way to get back in there. But I think they're gonna have a down year. But when I saw the 76ers down there, man, that's tough. That's tough to see them down there. That's not something I expected from them. The Mavericks, man. I got to bring that up before we move on to the next subject. I don't know if you watched that game the first night.
The Phoenix game.
They was killing them, bro.
Yes.
Like I was laughing the whole game, eating popcorn. Like, oh yeah,
my just thinking, I'm just like, oh, they got their number. They got their number. Just brushed it off.
I started getting sleepy like an old man do, and I'm dozing off, and all of a sudden I woke up. That was a monumental loss.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like they had, I mean, so
that was bad.
Hopefully it's only one game, things happen. But man, that was pretty tough to be up like that and to lose like that.
Shout to Phoenix Suns.
Hey, and the reason why I brought that up because we bringing up duos. Cam was hooping for them. I don't know who he been working with all the summer, but that kid, his jump shot was on fire. His decisions. Cam deserves to be. I remember last year when he first started for them, I was like, why did get him the job? Because I kind of like the other kid that's on the coming off the bench for them now. But
Bridges
this year, I like Bridges' game.
Yeah, I like Cam too. I like them both, but I like Cam. Cam was a shooter coming out of North Carolina.
Cam and what's the other kid that the kid they got from Golden State?
Who they get?
The kid they got from Golden State, I can't think of his name now.
I forgot.
He plays for them now. But those two, that's the reason why they came back.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name now. I don't know why I can't think of his name now. It's stuck on right on that.
But yeah, big shout out to them. Big shout out to them.
Man, you got to get
they was getting crushed and they didn't give up.
Oh my God, man, that's what basketball is all about, man. It's never over in basketball. But I got to give out some love to those guys over there for the Suns, man.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, man, were we wrong about the importance of the coaching situation up in Boston? does it matter who's calling the shots, or they just poised to go right back because they look strong?
I gotta say, I would look bad on that one. I don't know Mazzoni. I don't know if he watched the show, if he ever gonna ever see this, but yeah,
Yeah,
man, we were wrong, bro. We gotta admit it, man. That
yeah.
guy, he was so smooth. I ain't see a drip of sweat off his brow the whole night.
So
You
so
know?
is he the next Pat Riley, the assistant, to come in and take over, or is that team just
He
that
got that
good and that
Spoelstra look. He
poised?
got that Spoelstra look to him, you know. But let's say this. This is more like a Steve Spur type of situation. Even though I'm gonna say this, I do believe Steve Kerr is a decent coach. I used to talk a lot of bad stuff about Steve Kerr. I don't think he's a bad coach. But this is kind of like the Mark Jackson situation, where you basically have a team that just went to the finals that lays in your lap, and you have the whole full team. Um, I mean, come on, you know, and they're young. We're not talking about a bunch of old vets that you're kicking around trying to make sure the ties still work. We're talking about a bunch of young Corvettes out there, a bunch of young Lamborghinis that's ready. You know, hey, right now these kids aren't even in their prime yet. You know, so yeah, I think we
Yeah,
were wrong on that one. I think it's more to come. A couple of years ago, I told people in the next 5 years that Jason Tatum was going to win MVP. It's coming.
yeah,
It's coming.
yeah, without a
He's
doubt.
that type of player. I told you that in the first on my NBA because you're not a big Tatum fan. I see it in your eyes when we talk about him. I
No,
told you, man, the kid is something.
I'm a huge
Okay,
Tatum fan.
okay,
I'm with you on that. I love
okay. Because I see people
Tatum.
back off of him
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because to me
If my
he does
eyes are telling the story, I apologize for him because I love Tatum. I'm a
because
big
he does love his jump shot a little too much for me to be that big. He should go on the post a little more if you ask me.
man.
But man, the
He got
kid,
stronger too. You can see
man, he got strong. Man,
physically,
that kid
you could tell.
never ever his engine doesn't stop, and that's what I love about him, man.
Yeah,
From tip off to the end, he's playing hard. I've never seen him. You see guys give up on players all the time now.
yeah,
You know,
without a doubt, without a doubt.
man, you'll never see that, and I love that about him. I love that about him, and it brings it through the whole team when you got a guy like that on your team.
Yeah, I think Tatum is a dog. Tatum is one of my favorite players in the league right
Man,
now.
we got to do that, man. We got to do top five, man, in the
Yeah,
league today.
and we're gonna get into that too. Some rankings. Um, but yeah, I agree with you. I thought that losing the coach would hurt them, but they just so
Yeah,
poised and ready,
we
and
lose that.
they they've been together for a while, and the new
Yeah,
pieces are fitting right in, and they seem like they can go back. So I like. I'm happy about being wrong in this situation. I'm fine with that.
yeah, yeah.
So okay, so let's go from there and let's take a look at some of our early candidates for MVP. I like what Tatum's been doing. I tell you what else, Ja. That man Ja. Hold on, let me just take a second to just say his name and bask in the ambience of the performance that we just saw the other night. It's just Ja, 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 Ja,
Drop a little 49 piece, a little 49-piece
Ja.
chicken dinner, mild with the mild salt and pepper fried hard.
Yeah, yeah, like Shaq said, barbecue chicken.
Not gonna lie, man. That kid is box office right now, man. You know,
Yeah,
like they said, like they used to call Kevin Garnett the big ticket. Yeah, that boy box office, man. Like if you go to a game and see Ja, you're gonna see some fireworks. And I love that about him, man. It's not regular basketball when you go see him. It's gonna be a show. It's
and
gonna be
I
a show, and he putting on a show every night, man.
yeah, and I tell you what about Ja, just the league in general, the fact that each generation we always get somebody to just level up. We went from Iverson when we were kids,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
D Rose for the generation after, and then Iverson and then Ja is like the perfect hybrid next level of both of them, and it's just
yeah,
each generation has that small undersized dog to just fall in love with. I'm loving it.
yeah.
I'm loving
Now,
it.
Ja is that guy. You're right though. You called that on the point. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm
I
I'm
like
loving
that.
it. I'm loving everything I'm seeing from him, as well as just the swagger. Like I know I'm supposed to be here. Ja is that dog. Um,
Hey, so I got to give you mine, man. You got
okay.
your chance to gush. My man was hurt last year. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt me in the stomach because he wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt him too because it was abdominal, but he's back now. And my man Dame Dollar, baby. Hey,
Yeah.
Portland is 2-0 right now,
Big
man.
win. Big win
Hey,
last night.
I told you this, man. Those young guys grew while he was gone. And he was on the sidelines. He came to every game, man. He coached them dudes up. He came to practice. Dame is that type of player you got to love, man. The whole city love him. That's how it is. And to see him back and he's hooping. I mean, last night he had 41-7, 3 with 5 threes. He was hitting them from anywhere, no matter who you put on him. He was going to eat it last night. And I mean, Dame is my right now, man. Like I know I'm a Luka guy. What's what preseason for the season, But right now, man, with Dame, to see them 2-0, to see them boys hooping, and the fluidness of their offense, how well they're playing, and then they're playing defense too. Yeah. Hey man, Dame right now, that's it's nice to have Dame Dollar back doing Dame things, man. That's the original Mr. Logo. Y'all don't forget that. That's the first dude that was doing that before, everybody else want to do it. Hey, that's Mr. Original Mr. Logo. So
yeah. I'm happy to see Dame back. Dame doing his thing, and Zion. I think Zion is gonna put himself in contention.
Come on, man. Don't talk about my boy.
Zion might be putting himself in the MVP contention.
Tell you something, man. And the thing is, he shot. He still ain't like really where he needs to be because he's not comfortable yet. It's gonna take him some games to get that fluidness, but he's still doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, about 25-9, easy.
People are
roll
saying
out of bed.
I mean, I'm watching dudes in the league, NBA guys say that he is a better Barkley. Like that's crazy. They say he's more athletic than Barkley. He's more agile than Barkley. Like Barkley was doing things that people never seen at 6'6" playing power forward.
No,
and this kid is better than that.
For me, he's always been.
To see,
He's always been my idea of a love child between Barkley and Kemp. He's a perfect hybrid of them two to me.
Yeah,
best of both of them worlds.
That's a name you don't hear a lot no more, Mr. Sean Kemp. Yeah.
So big fan of him and what he's doing. So, okay, moving along. The Young Bucks. How are we looking going forward to the future for the future of the NBA with this rookie class check-in? Who's your favorite young person so far? What you liking? What you seeing?
All right, so now it's my time to go back to Detroit basketball. Got to give them their love, man. They hooping out there. The boy, hey, Jalen Ivey, man. Hey, the thing that's funny to me is they bought a number out of retirement for this kid, man. Y'all better recognize what's going on out there. They bought a number out of retirement so he could wear it. They don't do that for nobody, man. They don't do that for, this kid will be here for a minute. He's going to be okay. This kid is here to stay. And this kid, hey, man, what I've been hearing is they saying he's like a love child, a Russell Westbrook with D Rose and all. Like, bro, Shorty is that. Yeah. He is. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. If they hooping out there, they already got a good team, and I'm telling you, he is that spark plug they needed. And I think he's gonna be rookie of the year, man. I think this hand down gonna be him. I think they're gonna be close. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs. It's gonna be tough because it's stacked in the East. But I think he's gonna be the rookie of the year, man. From what I saw, that man, he bringing it, man. He's NBA ready. He's NBA ready.
That he is. They definitely got something. He's gonna be fun to watch for a long time. Him and Jalen Duren. But so far, my rookie of the year front runner, I touched on it earlier, is Paolo Banchero. He's walking in the door like he's ready to be, like he's supposed to be here. He taking that number one pick, that off season, all of those games, and he's just running with it. Like he's already the leader of that team, seems like. And I love everything. He's aggressive. He's strong. He's got the mentality. Like he's.
And I say this, Jalen Suggs is their leader though. I think Jalen Suggs is their leader though.
Yeah,
I think that's their leader. But
especially emotionally.
But for Paulo to be able to step up and be able to take those type of shots on day one, play that type of game day one. We see guys like, we're going to get into him in a little bit, but Pat Williams, like, dude, like you can't show flashes and back off every time. You got to bring it. You can't ever, you can't, because anybody could do it in the last 10 games of the season. That's when everybody taking off and nobody cares. Those last 10 games of the 82-game season, people don't care. So it's easy. I can put up 50. They might not be playing defense. Everybody trying to stay healthy for the playoffs, So, I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing to see this kid day one walk in the door. Like I said, I'm down here in Florida, so they blasting their games in our face. So I get a chance to see it up close and personal. And
Yeah.
man, that kid, he has star written all over him for real.
Yeah,
Just like the suit.
he's
Just
taking
like that
on
suit he wore on draft day.
yeah,
he knew something we
he's
ain't know,
taking it
bro.
on. He's sticking his chest out and he taking it on, and I dig that. I dig
Yeah,
that. He's probably gonna be the top scorer on that team season one. Maybe. I
yeah.
like
I
Suggs and
think
I
so.
like Cole Anthony. That's not to take away from those guys, but
Yeah,
Paulo,
yeah.
man. Paulo Banquero. Get used to the
Yeah,
name.
Cole Anthony's not playing bad for them either, man.
Yeah,
They have a
he
nice
dropped
young
about what
core in Orlando,
25
man.
the other night in the last game.
Yeah, they
So
have a nice young core in Orlando, man. It's just like we just talked about, man. The East is stacked. It is
yeah,
so many good teams out there, man. Every night you playing against some dogs. Every night now.
yeah, no doubt. Okay, so yeah, man, great rookie class. So after looking at the rookie class, what matchups are you looking forward to most in this upcoming week?
I got a couple of games that mean a lot to me right in the beginning of the week. Um, got Portland playing against the Lakers. Portland at 2-0. The Lakers at 0-2. Uh, Lakers need to get a win. I know it's early, but nobody wants to go 0-3. Nobody wants to be over in the first week of the season.
Yeah,
Portland's trying to stay unbeaten. Those it's going to be the young guys against the old guys in that game. That's going to be a good game to watch.
yeah,
And I really think Portland's going to run them out the building. I'm just being, I'm being honest. Right now, I think the Lakers they need to make that trade, get rid of Russ. They need to make a decision. I got that one. Also, I got Bulls Boston. My Bulls. I am a big Chicago Bulls fan. That is going to be a nice early test for us to see what we're looking like.
yeah.
Also, another great game to be watching out for Brooklyn against Memphis.
Yes,
That
yes.
one, and the Dallas New Orleans game. Dallas New
Okay.
Orleans because New Orleans is they look good. So it's a lot of games coming up, but that's a couple for me. I mean, I'm a supporter of a lot of players on those teams. So what about you?
Okay. Well, I will say specifically those three games are definitely on my list. So I won't mention them because you just mentioned them, but I'm totally in agreement with you. But after that, coming up Wednesday on ESPN, we got the Nets against the Bucks. That's always a fun game. Um, Definitely gonna be something to look forward to. But then also low key game to watch with one of these young teams you're gonna hear me talking about a lot this year. Atlanta at Detroit on Wednesday. That's gonna be a fun couple backcourts. I will be tuning
Ooh,
in to that.
Jalen Ivey against
Vontae and
Trey. That's
Trey
gonna be nice.
and
Yeah,
Ivy
that's
and
gonna be nice.
K. Yeah, I'm
That's
definitely
gonna be
looking
nice.
forward to that, as well as that Orlando and Cleveland. That's gonna be a fun one too next week. Um, so yeah. Oh, and also, next Thursday is the Mavs against the Nets. That's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, Mavs Nets, baby.
So yeah,
Ooh, that's gonna be a big game.
yeah, a bunch of fire games coming up this week, man.
Yeah,
The league is kicking it off early, right out the gate, with the hype levels. So,
they started the league early this year. If you ask me to, it's usually at the end of October.
I want to say about the last year or two, they kind of been doing that. But they did used to
Yeah,
start off around Halloween. But
I
they
thought so too.
started.
Okay.
They probably around after COVID or around the COVID, so they scooted it up and just have stayed there. So
No, and they're probably killing all those preseason games. Let's get it going.
yeah, they did, and they did cut preseason games. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So final thoughts. Anything we missed? Anything you want to talk about or mention for this week in the league?
Once again, I do want to give some love to the Celtics. Mazzoni, we didn't see that coming. Seriously. And um, New Orleans, that was big. That was really big for me this week to see how well they're playing. 2-0. Zion's doing his thing. I think we touched on everything that's important. Zach LaVine being hurt the first two games kind of scared me. I have seen reports saying he will play tonight, so that's big for me. I'm
Yeah,
very excited about that.
yeah.
I
And
think that's really going to mean something in Chicago.
those of y'all who watching and wondering, we're recording this as of Saturday, so this is earlier in the day, so this is before any of the evening games. So those will
Yeah,
be talked
yeah.
about in the next episode. But I'm
Yes, sir.
definitely
But
looking forward to that Cleveland and
that's I
Chicago.
think that's really big for us. We to get Zach out there. We're seeing a lot of young players. He just got the bag. It's time to come out here and show everybody the game. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing we didn't talk about at all. We didn't get a Bulls. They 1-1 without him means a lot. And now we need him to come in and let's hoop. What about you?
Just I've touched on it a bunch of times, but just so much parity in the league.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are 1-1. A lot of teams you thought that would be 2-0 or 0-2. The Utah Jazz are 2-0. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Things have
That's
flipped.
crazy.
That's
But
supposed to be the
we know.
front runner for Victor
Give us a month.
Wembanyama.
Give us a month. We're gonna turn around and they're gonna be at the bottom where they belong.
Yeah, without a doubt. But it's fun right now. It's
Oh, it
adding
is.
to
It
it's
is.
adding to the parody and
It's
giving us
exciting.
something to
It's
talk about.
exciting, man.
Laurie Marketing
We
caught a
said that the
body.
first month.
Laurie Marketing caught a body.
Hey, streets need a body.
Yeah, I
Hey,
see what
it's
you
nice
did
seeing
there.
Lori get some love, man. It was nice seeing Lori get some love. I can't lie.
Yeah, no doubt, without a doubt. So man, so far this season has been off to a fun start.
Huh?
It's been a lot of parity across the league this year and storylines galore.
LeBron gets
So
closer and closer to that coveted all-time scoring list.
talk about it. Talk about it. We should see that this season.
And we ain't gonna say he
So
didn't get a lot of tank points too, but we ain't gonna bring that up today. We're gonna be nice.
yeah, no doubt. So man, keep it right here. Keep watching right along with us.
Yes,
And
sir.
see what catches your eye this week and let us know. And from all us here at the On My Hoops podcast, let's get it. Yeah.
Dunk on somebody. Have a good week, y'all.